Jesser, we have to cook.
Daddy, we gotta cook, Daddy.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the first podcast. I'm excited to have an audience here today live at discord.t1podcast.com. Today we have a very special guest, MVPerry. Welcome to the show. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. It's great to be here.
I'm so glad I didn't scuff that this time. Thank God.
Okay.
That's all I prepared. Like, it's on you guys now. Like, that's all I got.
So, Perry, if that is your real name, can you go ahead and... yeah, go ahead.
No, you go. It's okay.
No, you go. No, you hang up.
No, you go.
No, so can you tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do?
Yeah, so, my name is MVPerry. That's my YouTube name, my social media name. My real name is actually Marcus Perry, Perry being my last name, but, I'm just so used to being Perry now. It's basically my first name. I've been doing YouTube for about 4 to 5 years. 1.5 of those years, the first 1.5 year was not successful. And then suddenly I blew up after trying super hard, trying different types of content. I make mostly anime, gaming, and just whatever's currently trending in that kind of niche content. My most famous series is probably What Your Favorite Blank Says About You. And I have another one where I talk about characters and their favorite foods or their biggest fears or other just things like that. So yeah, it's been good. It's been fun. And I plan to keep making content for as long as I can.
Very nice.
That's really wholesome.
A little bit too wholesome. That's okay though. Tristan, you said you had a series of topics and questions for our esteemed multicultural guest. Why don't you go ahead and get into them?
Lars, why do you always put me on the spot? Every single episode, you just like doing this.
I just assumed you were prepared for the podcast.
I just kind of scuttle and flubber and no, you know what? No, I did not prepare any questions for Perry because we're homies. He's my friend and I've known him a long time.
My homie.
We're gonna chill and we're gonna shoot the shit.
So go ahead and begin shit shooting. Go ahead, start the process.
Okay. Perry, what is your opinion on women?
Women are cool. Yeah. Okay. That's it.
These are some hard hitting questions, Perry.
Wow, that's okay. Trish, can you put a little bit more into it than that? Can you act like you've done a podcast before?
I know.
What episode of the podcast is this?
I think this is like what 172 or something at this point.
Yeah, but he's barely been on a fraction of that.
Yeah, but still.
Okay. Hey Perry, what is your favorite type of content to create?
My favorite type of content to create, honestly, would be skit type videos where, either in cosplay or not cosplay. But like, I don't make those types of videos. That's the types of videos I made early on in my career. And they didn't really go anywhere. So I'll make one like maybe once a year or something. But those are actually my favorite to make. But, with YouTube, you got to kind of make what works and what's working for you as a creator with like the views and what the audience wants. So if I just made whatever I personally wanted, my channel would probably end up dying. So eventually I plan to do like skits and stuff again, stuff I really, really like doing in the future. But it's going to be a while. It's going to take time to get that ball rolling.
Hey, I mean, it seems like you are in somewhat of a position to kind of branch off and do semi-content that you want to do.
Yeah, and like even like the content I do enjoy it. I like making my videos. I love my job. This is what I wanted to do. I worked my ass off because I didn't want to go to college. And at the last second, before I was, too old to like keep doing this dream, it finally worked out. So I'm lucky for that. So yeah, I do enjoy what I do, but stuff I really, really want to do, I'm going to be trying to go for that in the future as well.
And what is the stuff you really, really want to do in content creation?
Well, I mean, if we're really getting down to the heart of it, one day I plan to, make a movie, actually direct a movie. But for content like YouTube type content, I'm not trying to make a whole ass movie, 1 hour video on YouTube. It's more like just fun 2 to 10 minute skits with lots of jokes and like real life costumes stuff. Like people these days on YouTube, like the skits will be very low quality. Like they'll be wearing the clothes they woke up with or whatever, and they'll just make jokes and stuff. And that's fine. I'm cool with that. But there's something I really like about that early stage of YouTube. You know, I don't know if you're familiar with Smosh, but they would dress up and everything, and they'd like make all these jokes and skits together. And that's the kind of stuff that I would love to make one day, even if it's not relevant anymore the same way it was like some years ago.
Wait, are you talking about? Are you talking about early Smosh or like post Anthony Padilla leaving, kind of like corporate?
No.
Okay,
definitely not. Yeah, no, I liked early Smosh. That was the fun stuff. There was heart in it, and you know, their production is way up now, but it's not the same. I like the OG Smosh.
No, we were talking about good Smosh.
Yeah, exactly.
Ghetto Smosh.
Yeah, so that stuff was crazy. I loved it.
I feel bad because I actually know
like
someone on the on like the like later Smosh team, and I know that they work really hard, and they have like a bunch of like really talented people there at the moment. But I don't know. I feel like the soul's a little bit gone at this point.
That's the weird thing is like, so I'll watch some of their newer videos every now and then just to see like what is it like, and like you can tell it's professional. They got people working on this. You got clever jokes written in, but I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just something about the way Ian and Anthony had their friendship connection, and you know that's gone now. I don't know. Time goes by.
It's very scrubbed now because they're definitely playing it safe, and
that's
everything
true.
is like extremely like scripted.
That's true, and I mean, but you know, that's also just a criticism of just like current culture and like humor and entertainment. Like I loved back in the day on YouTube, you could say anything and you could get away with it. It's not like that anymore, but that's just, you know, a personal preference. I like that kind of humor.
Wait, hold on, Jamie, pull up some of MVPerry's old videos and scan for racial slurs.
Guys, it's just uh-oh.
Yeah, there's some sus stuff in the old videos of mine. No racial, but there's definitely some words now that would get me canceled if they were said in this time.
Yeah, definitely.
Care to elaborate on those words?
Probably some words that Linus Tech Tips said.
Yeah. Wait, didn't Linus Tech Tips just get canceled for being like a racist, sexist, misogynist, homophobe? What was that?
No, he used.
Holy shit, that was a word salad.
He used the hard R.
I don't know anything about Linus except that he does a tech channel and stuff.
Yeah.
And back in the day, you know, I watch his reviews and stuff. He seemed to be pretty professional at what he did.
Yeah. That must be cool, having your entire job just being like, I'm going to give you guys some technology tips. And
building PCs and all that.
Here's $1 million for me.
For the record, he didn't get canceled. He almost got canceled because he made a flub, but then he corrected it. He realized... Because he didn't seem to realize what hard R meant.
Oh.
And then he realized, oh, yeah.
So he was like, so this word, is this hard R? So he was like going through the list of slurs, or what do you mean?
No, he said that he used to, he was watching his old videos, and he was noting like he was saying a word that isn't as acceptable today as it was back then on YouTube. Mm-hmm. And it's a word that starts with R, and he kept calling it the hard R, but he didn't realize that meant the N word.
Oh.
He was talking about a different word.
I'm lost. I actually have no idea what this word is.
Oh, is he talking about a word for the developmentally disabled or something? Or is that
yes. Yeah. That one.
Yeah. I like how before the show, Perry's like, all right, let's not talk about anything controversial, and we're already into racial slurs, not even 10 minutes in.
By the way, go ahead.
No, you go.
No, you go. Come on. Yeah. No, I won't hang up until you say. No, okay. There is something that came up, and I do kind of want to talk about it for a second, just because it's been bugging me, and this isn't really Perry related, but I don't know if you guys have been seeing this, because I feel really bad for the individual in question, which is that there is someone on the Mr. Beast team right now who is kind of going through something right now. In that they have discovered something about themselves in terms of their gender, and people are really hammering them at the moment. Have you guys seen the story about Chris?
I have zero info on this Mr. Beast stuff. Like I watch Mr. Beast sometimes, but I haven't heard anything about this.
Okay, so if you guys are familiar with Chris, the meme god, this is an individual who is very much a kind of a good old boy, kind of like Southern type.
Yeah, like the definition of like manly man, like Southern guns. Like he knows how to do like all the cool like camping survival stuff.
And by the way, he said any pronouns are cool, so he is still fine. But yeah, it's to no one's surprise. I think if you've been watching their videos for a while, that Chris has come out as trans, and to be honest, it's not really that big of a deal. Like it's 2023, and who cares? But a lot of people are really shitting on him, and I feel really bad because it's like they're saying, well, this is the end of the Mr. Beast channel, and they're like he needs to quit, and everything needs to change, and it's like God, just
and it's not even like nudges or like suggestions, like it's like in mass, like hundreds of thousands of people are doing this all over any social platform where they're just shitting on Chris as much as possible, and they're blaming this other member, Carl, like for turning him gay.
But Carl's not gay.
And I know, but like Carl was always kind of like more metro, like fashion.
He
like,
paints his nails, dude. Otherwise, he just looks like a typical indie dude.
Just because Carl paints his nails, people are blaming him for making Chris, I guess, transgender, and that makes zero sense.
All that I know about Carl is that he has like the patty melt on the Mr. Beast burger menu. That's literally it. I don't watch Mr. Beast, I don't know.
Mr. Beast, like the guy, and I know his videos. The only one like on the crew that I know of is I think Chandler, because like I don't know, for some reason he stands out to me.
Well, yeah,
that's another thing. Like everyone's like, we got to protect Chandler from all this. Like, get rid of Chris and Carl.
Well, are people complaining, saying like the Mr. Beast channel should quit or something, or what is?
Oh no, they're saying like, well, Chris needs to divorce himself from the channel. It's
okay, because all I know for sure is, controversy, all that stuff aside, Mr. Beast is not someone who's going to quit the channel. Like that's not going to happen. Like he's going to keep. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Like I don't even know what anyone is thinking, because that's not going to happen.
No, I mean, even if he did, they would still do some sort of weird AI thing to probably like revive him at that point, because this is like $100 million like brand at this point.
No, Mr. Beast is he's like one of the most dedicated like YouTubers out there. Like he puts his whole soul into it. So yeah.
I don't know. I just don't feel like it's that big of a deal to be trans. I say this as like the most cisgender, straightest person in the world. Just stop caring about this.
I've seen his. It's very straight.
just like stop. It's not that big of a deal. It's also like if you watch videos where he's in, it's the same guy. He's just gender nonconforming. Like he's still making jokes. He's still the same person. So I don't know. Just leave people alone. That's what I'm saying. Like
and
that's all.
Another thing is like people keep taking these clips of like Jimmy and Chris together and saying, "Oh my gosh, look at how uncomfortable Jimmy is. Look at Jimmy. He like wants to let out his old self where he didn't like trans people."
It's bullshit. Yeah, bullshit. No.
I know, and it's just like the only reason he looks uncomfortable is probably because of like all the hate and the comments they're getting from Chris's transition.
Well, I gotta be honest, Mr. Beast himself, like something about his face. There's a lot of times when it seems like he's like uncomfortable, but I feel like it's because he's managing, like 100 things at a time. Like he's got a lot of stuff he's doing.
Yeah, no, he's just stressed out. Like he's not uncomfortable. He just has like a million things going through.
Yeah, he also like the most stressed person on the planet.
He also had like a bunch of Botox when he was younger, so like his face is kind of like frozen in that weird kind of like.
Are you kidding me, Mr. Beast?
That upper lip thing where he's like,
that's a whole new fact. I had no idea.
Oh, I just completely made up that fact. Okay.
Because that makes more sense. I was gonna say most of the
you're being
gaslit. Yeah, I'm
gaslit
Lars. This is the first time it's happened to me.
Yeah.
Because old people always get Botox. So I'm like, what?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's not even that old yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not old, so I'm surprised.
I don't know. Anyway, let's move on from Let's move on from
gaslighting the guest.
Let's do something a little bit more positive.
If there's questions, general questions for me, or questions from the audience, I mean, I don't know how you do the podcast. I'm okay with whatever. I'm just here.
Yeah. And just to clarify, there's no real set format necessarily, although we do obviously put it out there that if the guest has any topics they really want to get to, we will 100% make sure to get to them. So if there's any content that you're looking to particularly promote, we can discuss that. If you have any projects on the table, we're happy to get to those. Otherwise, basically, Spaghetto just kind of guides the conversation along, and we, let him blaze the trail.
Why do you always put me on the spot?
I'm not.
What the
I'm giving you a chance to shine on the podcast as one of the newest hosts, dude.
Yeah, and
okay, that's it.
Spaghetto's the one who I know. Like I have a connection with Spaghetto.
Yeah.
I remember. I think it's been years. You know, I remember seeing you, Spaghetto. I remember seeing you get to 10K subscribers, and I think you got that before me. And I was thinking in my mind, like, yo, it was either 1K or 10K, but I'm pretty sure it was 10K. And I was like, okay, this guy's making it. I can do it too. That was an inspiration for me.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. I was at Goodwill. I was at a thrift store, and I get a notification from a comment from you. It says Spaghetto, YouTuber with 10K subscribers, whatever. Like, I check your channel. I'm like, yo, 10K person commented on my channel. Okay, awesome.
That's insane because I have a lot of like memory issues from that time period. So I'm glad that you telling me that, so I can just kind of remember in a weird way. Like, man, it's nice to actually hear that.
Yeah, it's true. It was a fun experience because I remember seeing that notification, checking out your channel, and being like, "Yo, okay, I'm making some connections here. You know, this guy's got 10K. He's in the Doki Doki community. Like, we got this."
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
like a big reason like things faltered off is just some health issues. So I'm really happy to hear that like I at least helped inspire someone to do what they've always
100%, definitely.
That's awesome, man. I'm really happy for you, and I'm glad you're doing what you're wanting to do.
Yeah, thanks.
And
nice.
I've gotten back into this because Lars was like, "Hey, do you want to come back onto the podcast?" And I hadn't made content for like almost 2 years, and I'm like, absolutely, sure. And it just kind of took off from there, and it's reignited my passion for it heavily. And I've realized that making videos has always been my dream, and I really want that to succeed.
Yeah,
and I'm excited, and I really want to just put myself out there and try and get going again. So thank you for telling me that, and it's gonna be used as motivation for, I don't know, the next several years.
Yeah. Well, I have to say, because you've been doing YouTube stuff and content creation for a while now, even if you had like a 2-year break or whatever. But I will say this: I've noticed it with myself and with other creators. Anyone who's done kind of content creation is like, even if you take a break or whatever, it's not gonna stay. You always come back to it. Like that's just, and not you. I mean, it's just part of our soul. It's something that calls you, and you always want to come back and start making more videos. You're walking around getting new ideas of things you want to make. It's just kind of built into us.
It's like that one quote.
I know what you mean.
Just when I thought I was out,
ahead, Lars.
They pull me back in. Yeah, it's like the Godfather or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I tried really hard to like break myself away from it, and it did not work. I got pulled back in, and now it's just like nonstop. Like every day I'm posting videos. Every day I'm trying to like get the TikTok channel going. Every day I'm like going on Instagram, Twitter, making connections with people, and thinking about, okay, what type of content can I do next? And it's really exciting because it's so rewarding when you finally finish that video, and even if just one person or one comment on that says, "Hey, this was nice," it's just like I made a person happy.
It is super, super rewarding. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's all I get is just one comment of someone saying, "Hey, I'm happy you're here," then it's all worth it to me. It always will be.
Yeah,
I agree 100%. Those human moments, just seeing a comment, reading it, even if it's not a comment that's like super in depth or anything, just knowing that somebody saw this and appreciated it, that is always something that I love.
Well, like on my last video, someone commented, and that made me laugh. And even though it's really stupid, but I don't know, it made me laugh, and I was happy to see that. Like I don't care like what the comment is.
Yeah, that's something.
But at least someone was there and enjoyed it and decided to just say something.
Exactly, yeah. And I will say this for anyone who is trying to do like content creation and stuff, is like, it's probably built into them, and you want to keep making videos and stuff. I will say if being a successful content creator is like super important to you, I think one of the most important things, if you're starting out and like, or if you haven't taken off yet, is to keep trying new things. I've had other YouTubers who were bigger than me, way bigger than me, when I was just starting out, somehow give me advice, and that was the same advice: is don't be afraid to try new things, because a lot of times as creators, we have a particular type of thing we want to do, and that's awesome. But the truth is, not everyone else in the world wants that same thing. That not everyone else wants to view that. So if you keep trying out, I think of it as throwing out different fishing lines. The moment one of them bites, then you can keep running with that. That could be trying out different. If you want to do gaming content, it would be trying to cover different types of games instead of just one particular niche, or trying, different types of anime or different types of movies. Literally, whatever is out there. If you keep trying different types of stuff, and you're committed and you make quality content, eventually something will bite and you can work your way up from that.
And actually, that comes into correlation with how I've been running my channel as of late, because I've been playing Demon Souls, which is like the remake, which is a new game.
Yeah.
Like
Dark Soul
modern gaming. And I've also been throwing like I've been playing Super Ghouls and Ghosts on the channel as well, to like have like that retro gaming as well.
He likes the kind of games where he's like banging his head against a wall repeatedly and hoping to make progress.
Yep, that's the thing. Like I really like playing notoriously difficult games on the channel.
I can't do that because I end up raging. Like I've broken too many controllers and keyboards from games that frustrate me. That's why
I have never broken anything.
I'm happy for you because I was so close. I got the Bloodborne disc. I ejected it out of the PS4. I was looking at that thing for 5 minutes, just ready to snap it. It took every ounce of my being not to snap that disc.
Well, Tristan is being deeply sarcastic. He's broken many controllers. He's over at GameStop.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
That makes a lot more sense.
No, that's bullshit. I have never broken a controller. Don't you slander me.
I mean, I've seen your trash bins.
And also,
Preston, and
Lars was saying, like, do you just like torturing yourself
so.
with these games? I'm like, yeah, I'm playing Super Ghouls and Ghosts. And then
don't just gaslight
the next day, I'm like,
more.
okay, I already beat it.
But yeah, Tristan, you have been playing the Souls-like games for a minute now, and I think that
you have any plans for any other game? Like, what happened?
Oh,
there goes.
Oh,
Perarino.
We're bringing back into the call,
guys.
Hi, I died. My Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay.
Bummer.
I thought Lars like was joking and like server muted me because things got really quiet.
No. You're good. So, well, also Tristan, by the way, since we're kind of like being in a positive mode at the moment, I will say I think you and I have some chemistry when it comes to the videos we have planned coming out on your channel, and I think that's going to go really well because we've been doing some Vampire Survivors content that should be out by the time this episode is out. Assuming TJ will have finished editing it by then. How about that, TJ? Do you think that's going to be done by then?
I have the first part done.
Okay,
well then come over to my house so I can beat you up.
What?
Okay.
No, because
I can upload the video.
By chemistry, you mean like you two have gotten together and learned how to make meth?
Here we go.
You got like a
Breaking Bad reference from TJ. Here we go.
Walter White, Jesse Pinkman kind of dynamic going.
Every episode, Perry, he has to reference Breaking Bad.
He has to say the address every time.
You guys gotta invite me. I'll be Pinkman because I got pink hair.
Oh, that's perfect.
Science.
All right, do your best Jesse Pinkman impression. Go.
Yo, Mr. White, this shit is fire, yo.
That wasn't
all right,
bad.
TJ, do your
yeah, science.
Jesser, we have to cook.
Daddy, we gotta cook, Daddy.
I hate this show.
You're the one who's doing the jokes.
I don't care.
My name's Skylar White, yo.
Yeah, I can attest.
My husband is Walter White,
yo.
This is not a Breaking Bad podcast. How is there a Breaking Bad segment on every episode?
So
okay.
Do we have another question?
Yeah, we do.
Another topic?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
please.
ready.
What's your address,
guys? Come on, just
okay. Perry. So I've been wanting to ask this question for a while. Do you know who Elon Musk is?
I do know who Elon Musk is. I mean, I think most people do. Yeah.
Okay.
There we go with this.
Are you familiar with like Loki and stuff, with how he's like just a little shithead and likes to like just cause havoc?
I am not too involved in like all the stuff about like, every week it seems like there's a new drama or something connected to him.
Wait, Loki?
So is this about like a particular thing or just in general about
I think just
in general.
Marvel Loki?
Okay.
Wait, what do you...
Shut up, Lars.
I'm confused.
No,
let him cook.
I'm talking about the Norse
god. Let him cook.
Let me cook. Okay.
Jesus.
So my theory is like, Perry, what if Elon Musk is like a god that is just here to like fuck with us and just like do the most absurd things?
I believe that anyone who has that amount of money is low-key a god on this earth, and that's what happens. You can do whatever you want pretty much when you're at that level. So he might not technically be like a god in the sense that he's in heaven and he has abilities, but he may as well. With with that amount of money, you can pretty much do anything.
Yeah, you kind of can.
Exactly. Like he's just doing whatever he wants, and I think he does it just to piss people off.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I mean, as somebody
funny.
like, I get Elon Musk in the sense that I would probably be doing all sorts of crazy things if I had that money and power, like including just stuff for trolling reasons, and I'd act like, oh, it's part of the company or it's part of a strategy to do this. No, I'd just be trolling my ass off. I'd be trolling everybody. It would be fun.
Although I think there is
Perry's just like, if I ever get successful, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I mean, I already do on a small
people.
level. I mean, I buy so much dumb shit, and I for the dumbest reasons. And like my plan, I plan to buy 200 rubber ducks next week, small ones, mini rubber ducks, and just spread them all throughout Walmart because it'll be fun.
Yeah.
In the case of Elon,
invite me.
He didn't get his money from being successful. He got his money because he inherited.
Yeah, he got his money from his dad running like a barium like mine or something.
An emerald mine.
Yeah.
An emerald mine.
Because Jay Aubrey, our buddy Jay Aubrey did a video about that, and I learned a lot about a lot about the dude. And it turns out that everything that you think that he is either responsible for or started, he was not responsible for and did not start. Like every single company he was not the founder of, and he literally is just like the face of it for a little while. So yeah,
he just invests money into stuff. He hasn't really founded any companies.
No, he has not.
I haven't done a deep dive into Elon Musk as a person and like how he got his money, all that stuff. But I will say, you know, he's been running this stuff for how long now? I don't know. I would think he has to have some sort of skill level because I mean, he might not be a mastermind genius, but I think he has to have some kind of skill level just to keep the money. Because I've seen NBA players have $100 million and blow that shit like it's gone like within a year.
Yeah,
so he has a skill in conning people.
Oh,
he has a skill in conning.
Maybe it's conning.
Guys,
he's got something.
Just to be clear, he's a skilled investor. Clearly, that doesn't make you a good person. It just means he's shrewd with
whether
his
we're
money.
talking about morality or anything. I'm talking about specifically. I feel like he's got to have some sort of skill, some way.
That's like
where he is.
Yeah, it's like saying, you know, Donald Trump is good at rousing people with his speeches. Like that doesn't make him a good person, but it's an observation.
He's funny.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So there is that. Wow, we've picked just about every controversial topic you can this whole time. Wow.
Yeah. Normally I'd be like, no, I can't talk about this stuff, but Spaghetto's a homie, so I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
I you know what, Perry? I appreciate.
Can we talk about something nice and wholesome for a second?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I got you.
No, I have a topic. I have a topic.
No. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. I'll let you go.
The military-industrial complex.
And this is something that you're gonna be interested in, Spaghetto.
Why did you whisper in my ear?
It sounded extremely sus.
Well, why did you just?
What's going on between you two? You guys are more than I realized.
Spaghetto, I just noticed you sprung a huge, so I think that may have been a plus.
What what?
Yeah, it made an audible cartoon boing sound like a old Hanna-Barbera cartoon.
Listen, if I either confirm nor deny it, people are still gonna condemn me and be like, "Yeah, he's got a either way." So you just put me in a shitty situation, Lars.
All right. So now that we've successfully gaslit the audience. Okay. All right. So here it is. So there's been an adventure. What's the term? It's like it's an adventure but different. It's been like a grandiose
quest.
Odyssey.
A quest.
It's been
an Odyssey. Okay.
A thingy.
Mario Odyssey.
It's been whatever the word is. It's been a journey oddity. And a half. It's been a
2001: A Space Odyssey.
It's been a way. Okay, so you know how.
Are you having a
stroke? There and back again, like in Lord of the Rings.
Let me land.
Shut the hell up, TJ.
Let me land. Okay, so guys, so you know how McDonald's by my house, has been playing Christmas music for way too late into the year, right? Right, Tristan?
Okay.
Did they finally stop?
So they changed it to really soft instrumental, like coffee rock tracks.
I'll take it. I'll take it. It's better than Christmas
I'll take that too.
Yeah, because, so for anyone who's tuning in for the first time, the McDonald's near me was playing Christmas music for many, many weeks and then many, many months after Christmas. And it was just like it was not okay. Like, it was not okay. Like, it was not fucking okay to just keep doing this to people.
That was my welcome back to content creation. Is I got really pissed off about McDonald's.
Yeah, it's
Christmas
not
music.
Okay.
And also oatmeal.
Yeah, it's just not.
Like, ugh.
You can't just do that to people. You can't do that to the employees. You can't do that to the customers. Just, it's not okay.
Lars, you're peaking. Calm down.
And so
are they playing like knockoff Imagine Dragons or something?
Well, yeah, do you guys ever go to Chick-fil-A?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
You know how they have that really, really, really soft instrumental music?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I always order on DoorDash.
Okay.
I go through the drive-through.
Yeah.
Tell me you're rich without tell me you're rich.
Oh, I just ordered it myself today. So I know that
Legit.
life. Successful content creation.
Lars,
What?
You do know that Spaghetto doesn't go to Chick-fil-A because he's vegan, right?
Oh, I thought it was because
You're vegan?
Oh my! No, you guys, you outed me. I was trying to keep this a secret.
Oh no!
I thought you were gonna say you don't go to
No,
Chick-fil-A because
I'm vegan.
you're supportive of the gay community.
I never would have known.
Oh, okay.
I know. I don't brand myself as vegan because there's such a negative
Are
connotation.
you like,
Well,
are
can
you
you
like
blame
the
him?
vegan who's like chill with everyone, or are you like the vegan who's like
Yeah,
a
Tristan.
vegan teacher?
Yeah, Tristan.
We talk
You know
about
what?
it
No,
regularly
Perry,
on the podcast.
what was the last thing you ate? What was the last thing you ate?
Who, me?
Meat.
Yes, you.
I'm trying to think. I don't even know, man.
Probably me.
Jamba Juice peanut butter? If that counts?
It's not vegan. There's dairy in it. Ah!
Just ask them to take the milk out.
Tristan.
Is it like,
No, I don't-
like
I don't
health, or
really
is it
give a
like
shit
animals?
about what. I don't give a shit about the animals.
Okay.
I mean, I would kill them for fun.
Yeah, same.
There's the cold
Yeah.
open, but
He eats cats.
I just eat vegan because I have to.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay.
He'll die if he doesn't.
Yeah, I have like a messed up stomach, so yeah.
Yeah, okay then. I thought, because I have a cousin, it's like the weirdest thing. He can't go, he has to tell people at the restaurant that he's vegan, but he's not, because he drinks milk like crazy. He eats cheese like no tomorrow, but he has a specific problem with eggs. So it's like this weird phobia of eggs. And anywhere he goes, he constantly has to say that. Like, oh, is there any eggs?
Is he just vegetarian?
No, it's weird. It's like, well, I mean, he doesn't eat meat and eggs. Those are two, and fish. Meat, eggs, and fish. And what happened was,
That's just vegetarian.
well, I know, but it's like eggs on top of that. It's like this weird other thing.
Over
And I don't know if you
lacto
guys have
vegetarian.
seen. I don't know if you guys. Well, because he loves milk and cheese, so it's
Yeah.
weird. I don't know if you guys have seen that game back in the day called Can Your Pet, where it's like, there's like,
yes. Oh my.
He swears it's not that. I swear that's what it was. He watched that game or he played that game, and that's what happened. He
So
go out of his way to say it's not, but I know it is.
if
Let's
this
play that game together, Perry, and make a video.
That's a fun game. We should.
if this person were to watch the old 1960s Batman TV show, would he be afraid of Egghead, like the Batman villain?
He'd be like screaming at the top of his lungs. He'd be turning off the TV.
Is he afraid of Humpty Dumpty?
No, hold on. I have a theory with his egg problem. He avoids them in public because he's so attracted to them that he'll just pop a raging boner.
If he heard this, he would die right now. It's podcast. He would actually die.
If Danny DeVito walked up to him and he's like, "Would you like an egg in this trying time?" Would he be scared?
He would say no. He'd slap it out of his hand, and then freak out that his hand touched the egg and wash it for 20 minutes.
You guys remember that episode? You guys actually remember that episode, by the way, where like Charlie swallows out those like little blood caplets and like he's trying to do this plan where he dates this girl and like and Danny DeVito's character Frank is gonna like swoop in because he's like the car driver, and then Charlie just like pukes blood all over like continuously for like 30 seconds.
As someone who has no context to what the hell you're talking
I don't
about,
know.
Always
I
sunny.
don't
Yeah,
know.
you guys ever okay?
It's always
So
sunny.
there's you guys know the meme. Can I interest you in a nice egg in this trying time?
Yeah, I know that meme.
Yeah, it's from It's Always Sunny, and the actual scene, which no one ever talks about, is like one of the most vile scenes in television history. It's like puking blood for like a minute straight on like this nice woman, and she's screaming bloody murder. And it's just really funny because like the context for that scene is really macabre.
I would have never known
Yeah.
it came from such a messed up scene.
It is, yeah.
Well, Lars, like, you don't like look at the woman you want to date and be like, oh
Mhm.
yeah, let me sauce her up and then just puke blood on her. Like,
No,
come
no, no, I don't.
Quote that he said earlier was also from Always Sunny. It's another thing that Danny
Yeah.
DeVito says. In
It
the
does,
show.
yeah, good show, by the way. Great show. In fact, that's a fantastic episode, and it's a really funny scene in context. But
So
So-
Tristan,
so
you
far
would you would know Charlie Day because he plays Luigi in the new Mario movie.
Oh my gosh, I know who Charlie Day is,
Mario!
TJ. Okay.
because like I know every actor.
He plays Donkey Kong.
Him. He's the only one I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, Seth Rogen.
I like to drink weed.
All right.
How is it Pineapple Express?
Tristan.
What?
You were telling me you had some like really hard hitting questions for Perry?
Oh yeah, okay. Perry, since we've talked about controversial topics, racism, misogyny, and even child abuse, would you like to hear my next hard hitting topic?
Let's get right into it, baby.
Dr. Eggman.
Would you sell pictures of your
This is a very interesting topic and exactly what I thought we were going to be talking about when I joined the podcast.
Now, would your friend be scared if an
stop.
egg came out of a...
I think anybody would be scared of that.
Yeah.
I feel like he'd be freaked out on another level, but I think most people wouldn't want to see that.
I was just going to keep going until someone stopped me there.
Yeah, if
Sorry, I'm choking on my spit.
Chad, if you could hear me...
I'm cool with them.
Chad, if you could hear me, can
Perry,
you post pictures of Dr. Eggman in the chat, please?
Thank you.
Just spam it.
At discord.t1podcast.com if you want to tune into these episodes live and speak to the host and the guest, as well as find out when new episodes are coming and new episodes are going.
I like how after the topic, like several people left the call.
I did notice. That's okay though.
I'm trying to figure out what's happening because I think my audience is like at school or something because I pinged at here and there's like no one here except like 3 people. Oh, hi Tabitha, I know you. And an audience, you can't respond, but I see you.
I told you, man. I was telling my mods that like if you make an announcement that you're gonna go do a project on someone else's server, like 10% of the people are gonna see it. 10% of the people are gonna consider clicking it, and then 10% of them are actually gonna like show up for it.
No, you're super right about that. Because if I do a Q&A or whatever on my server, there's going to be a lot of people. So it's strange to me, but you know, that's just how it works.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what it is. Cross promotion is hard, man. It's difficult to do. Just like selling pics, it's hard to do these days.
I feel like that's a little easier, honestly.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. All right, Tristan.
Speaking of the podcast, though, we'll continue. But what is like the time frame for this? Like when does this end?
I think Perry's trying to get out of here as quick as possible.
So he wants to leave already.
Perry, what you don't realize is that once you get on the podcast, you can never leave.
I'm stuck here eternally.
Yeah, this is your.
Yeah, you're gonna be a host next
So
time.
you died, Perry, yesterday, and this is hell.
That makes sense.
This is your punishment.
Yeah, rest in peace. I didn't get to confession in time.
Yeah.
So
I used to be a guest on the show, and now I'm just stuck
here. You're eternally in this call.
It's like Hotel California.
Yeah, I love that song actually. So it's 3 almost. So at 3:30, that's when I gotta go because I got more recording stuff to take care of. But I can save until then.
For sure. Yeah. By the way, Tabitha is saying that she has some people that may actually want to ask some questions.
If that's the case, then I'm all for them.
This would actually be a good time for this, by the way, Tabitha, because usually, traditionally,
ping everyone in your server for
towards the end of the episodes, we generally do actually have like actual questions for like.
Okay.
Yeah. And usually things are a little bit more organized. I guess Tristan has decided to really kind of like grunge up the.
I thought you'd be. Yeah. I thought you would be a little bit more prepared since this was someone that you invited.
Yeah.
Tristan.
I didn't feel the need to
and
prepare because
you're just
I've
like
known Perry for a long
to,
time, and we're just
to gaslight our guest. What would you sell your for? Like, do you have something a little bit more substantial?
I already talked about what I wanted to talk to him about, which was the content creation, and it was really wholesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean,
it's good to see you, Perry. It's been a long time.
It's good to see you. I'm glad you're still kicking it.
Yeah, like we're gonna be kicking it for a long time.
That's great to hear.
Well, yeah, I hope so. Like, I hope you guys still talk after this. Like, I hope this isn't the last time.
No, like this is it. Like this is the end of the friendship.
I mean, if you want me to ungrunge the thing, I mean, we can get into some like more serious stuff.
I do want to apologize though. I usually am more prepared, but like I've been I was very sick yesterday, and I was up almost all night, so I feel very shitty today.
Oh, that's too bad.
Okay. Yeah, get well soon.
Perry, since you do those oh wait, no, I'll let you continue. I'm sorry. What I'm about to say is really stupid.
I do have a backup topic in the pocket if you all want to.
Oh, let's take that out of the pocket.
I was gonna give since you make those what your favorite character says about you videos. I was gonna give a suggestion.
Okay, what is it?
What your favorite Breaking Bad character says about you?
I want to make that.
The only
reason I haven't made that yet, because like normally I would. So literally the only reason I haven't made that yet is because of how much I actually like Breaking Bad. I didn't want to make a video on it because there's times when I was into something and then I made a video about it, and for whatever reason I got so much shit from the audience that I was like, man, maybe I don't want this anymore. Maybe I don't like this thing. But I'll make it because everyone knows Breaking Bad, and it's kind of gone through an extra trend because of COVID.
All right,
so that
perfect. I'll be Walter White, and I'll just be like,
Perry, we need to cook, Perry.
No, you're more like Walt Jr.
Yeah, exactly. With the disease.
Oh man!
Wait, Perry.
That's so
Perry,
mean.
if you make that video, by the way, you can just like go into the filter and just put like poop head and like stuff that like people will say if you make that YouTube video.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But like, I mean, I've dealt with so much shit from people on YouTube already that I'm used to it now. At the time, like I think it was maybe a couple years. I don't know when the Breaking Bad trend was coming back, but that's when I watched it and I loved it. At the time, I had just so much shit I was going through. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm not even gonna bother with this right now. Now I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Let's make it happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question, by the way. If you want an actual podcast question for the first time on this episode, which is, how do you deal as an experienced content creator with negativity from fans? And to kind of subdivide the question a little bit, how do you deal with it when you actually get like direct negative stuff? How do you differentiate between negativity that affects how you're going to do your content and negativity that you just ignore? And basically just how do you handle that in general as
so are you talking about like, for example, like, a comment that, some random kid leaves, like, your video sucks, like, just something simple like that, versus an actual constructive criticism comment about something I could have done better? Or
yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. Like, how do you separate the wheat from the chaff when it comes to stuff that's going to help your content versus stuff that's just abuse at that point?
Yeah, because that's one thing that's always important to remember is like, most, like, I'd say 90+% of hate comments are just hate comments, and there's no point in even thinking about them.
Right.
The ones that hit harder are the ones that are what would be considered like constructive criticism, because they're pointing out something that you could have done better, or maybe pointing out something you did wrong, and it's like it sucks because they're right. That's the thing that makes it suck. But it's important to read that with almost like a robotic kind of mindset, not an emotional mindset, because if you just get hurt by it and be like, oh, like, why did they say that? It's making me feel like bad and stuff. No, you have to look at it and take what you can from it, and that goes for all hate comments. Like if there's something you can take out of it and actually improve your videos or your content for, that's awesome. Otherwise, it's best just to just literally ignore it and not even worry about it.
Hey Perry, check your DM.
Okay, we'll do. Yeah, Spaghetto sent me a very explicit DM, so I don't know if I'll be able to share that one with the podcast. He said, "Perry, you suck," and I don't know. It's something about that kind of language around here is a little bit disturbing.
Oh, hold it.
Yeah, we were talking about hate comments. Dang. I just wanted to see how well he held up with it.
Dang, nabbit.
See if he's being honest.
I will say though, the funny thing is that what the worst thing is if I get because if I get a hate comment from some random person or whatever, I don't care. It means nothing. But if I get like a DM on Discord, for example, from maybe someone who has been like a regular watcher, like maybe I've even chatted with them a little bit or whatever the case, if they send something negative to me, then that's when it hits the hardest, because it's like, this is someone I kind of care about actually. And then I have to really take it into consideration instead of just brushing it off like anything else. And the worst part is because they like you, that they actually like you and your content. That they're not just leaving like a hate comment out of jealousy or something. Like they're actually trying to help you. So, it's important to take those into consideration, but those are the hardest hitting of any kind of negativity or hate.
I see what you mean, and I actually remember my first hate comment. I just hit 1,000 subscribers, and the hate comment was like a 4-paragraph detailed list of like how shitty my content was.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, and I pinned the comment, and it cracked me up, and I still know exactly where it is. And then a bunch of my fans started fighting with the guy in the comments.
Yeah, I've seen people do
that.
So
there's just like this really old thread of just them going to war with each other. But hate comments, like, whatever, fine. But part of the reason I took a break for a long time is I was getting death threats. And
death threats? What did you do?
I don't want to go too much into it because I don't want to like resurface these people.
Yeah, I get that.
But I pissed off like another community of people because I guess I was like, I don't know, they just didn't like me as a content creator, and they all like rallied together and they were trying to like find my address and dox me.
That is so weird.
And destroy my channel, and that was a lot to put on like someone who was like 18 years old.
No, I understand 100% what you went through, what you've gone through.
I'm going to write my PhD thesis on every issue I have with Spaghetto's channel, and it's going to be like 15 pages long.
That's fine.
It'll be my dissertation.
Hey, I just got a nice comment. Wow, that's really cool. That's positivity right there. Like, I'm fine with positivity, but the second you're like, yeah, I'm going to murder you, that made me uncomfortable.
Yeah. No, I 100% get that because I've gone through that before. And it's always people who just, like, for whatever reason, don't like you for some reason. And I don't know, it's either jealousy or maybe you said something bad about a character that they like or an opinion that you just don't agree with. They just don't agree with it.
They just hate you for no reason.
Yeah, and for me, like, I understand that now. But when I was dealing with it early on, it was hard to understand because I couldn't, like, fathom why. Like, what? Like, dude, I don't know this person. They don't know me. How could they have so much hate that they want to actually, find my address and mess up my life? Like, it's crazy to me.
There's a pipe bomb in your mail.
Yeah.
I remember in my early days of content creation, I was so scared to say like anything that would make people mad or like cancel me because YouTube is my dream.
Yeah.
I still really wanted that to happen. And now that I've kind of settled into like I'm comfortable with my own personality, I'm just being myself. And
so you're
ridiculous.
You're rage baiting.
Yeah.
I guess I just would censor myself heavily because I was scared of like anything or even like just saying like cursing because I didn't want people to like get angry with me.
Dang nabbit, gosh darn it, Jiminy Willikers.
But now that I'm back into content creation, it just feels a lot more genuine, and I'm happy to just enjoy it. As for like questions, Perry, would you like to hear the final hard-hitting question?
Yes, after I hear this question, I'll go check out like stuff people are saying in the recording stage, but I'm all for it.
Okay, Perry, do you believe that women should have the right to vote?
Is this a legit question or are you trolling?
Do you believe in life after love?
Do you believe that women should have the right to vote, Perry? It's that simple.
I do believe women should have the right to vote, but this gives me the same energy as I had a question on Q&A I did on my server once before, and like I'm getting kids asking me, MVPerry, what do you think the meaning of life is? Like they're asking me like, hey man, I'll try to answer. But
I see the angle that Tristan's going at. He's asking you questions to try to get you canceled, so he's asking all the controversial.
To be fair,
because
if you can get a clip of me that could get me canceled on here, your views are gonna skyrocket.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is gonna
Spaghetto exposes MVPerry.
I would defend Perry to the end, but like my angle for this episode has just been like I haven't seen a friend in a long time, so I'm just gonna
cancel him.
I did notice, by the way, last night Tristan was messaging me and he was saying like, you know how Perry has all those subscribers and I don't? And how it used to be the other way around. Well, I don't like that, and I want to take him down at least a couple pegs. And it was really kind of fucked up for him to say that. But I was like, okay, man, this is your friend you're bringing on. I thought you'd want to be nice to him, but
I muted Lars for a second because he's bullshitting, and I did not say that shit, and I do not need more drama.
Tristan, you muted the host of the podcast.
Rest in peace, Lars.
We're all hosts of the podcast.
All right,
Lars, stop lying.
Punish him.
I don't want Perry's audience to come lynch me by my.
Okay,
chill.
Like him to lynch you some other way, or what do you mean?
Yeah, like if they lynch me by my arm or something, fine, but not my nose.
No, he's spoken very highly of you, Perry. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm glad to hear that because it is funny because back in the day, that like I said earlier, the story I shared earlier in the podcast, Spaghetto was actually like an inspiration for me because I saw that he had, how many subscribers, whatever, and he was making ddlc content. I was like, yo, this guy's doing it. He can make it, so that I can do it too.
Yeah. I think I think he was been trying to get you on for quite a while, including like several years ago. So this has been quite a long time.
I'm happy to be here. My DMs on Discord, for example, they're like filled with like a ridiculous amount of people. So I always end up being late to stuff. But when I eventually get around to it, usually.
Absolutely.
It's okay, Perry. After this, I'll just give you my phone number.
Yeah, that'll actually make things easier. I give that to certain people.
Yeah, and what was your phone number again, Tristan?
Yeah,
it's
527-867-5309.
And also, that was my actual phone number, Lars. Could you bleep that?
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll be sure to bleep it in post. Yeah, for sure. I won't forget to do that.
No, like, actually, please. That was my real phone number.
I won't completely forget to do that in the editing room. I won't leave it in at all. Don't worry.
He'll bass boost it to be like 20 times louder.
I won't copy and paste it.
Add the reverb.
Yeah.
He'll repeat it.
Someone just said, why would you say that? Well, there's like, 8 people?
Yeah, it's like if I say my social security number is 531-178900. Like, it doesn't matter. No one's listening to, like, actually do anything about it. Like, it doesn't...
He's going to isolate the clip and then put it on a loop for 5 minutes, and he'll put the phone number on screen in text.
Right. Perry, I DM'd you my phone number. Hit me up so we can actually talk in a timely fashion.
Will do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like how every episode...
I won't dox you
every
this
episode,
time.
Tristan is like, by the way, in the future, guest, we're going to do collaborations and talk in the future, right, guest? And then the guest has to be like, yeah, because like it's awkward for them.
The reason I'm doing that is I'm holding a gun to their leg underneath the table.
Metaphorically, that's what you're doing.
There's a power dynamic going here because you invite someone on the podcast and you put them in a corner. It's like, hey, you want to collaborate with me? Huh? You want to collaborate with me? You just kind of force them to do it.
I remember when we had...
No. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Perry and I have been trying to collaborate for a long time, though. It's just things haven't lined up.
Yeah, because when we had Jabril's on, you're like, yeah, we're going to do a collaboration video where you narrate your me manga with me, right? Right?
Me manga?
Me manga.
Me manga.
Okay, but to be fair, Jabril's wanted to do that.
Okay.
So I see in the recording stage, some people have asked questions. I don't know if anyone who's listening in recording stage right now wants to also ask questions. I didn't see them.
Let's take a live question if someone has a mic, by the way. If you have a mic, just raise your hand. We'll invite you on to speak.
Yeah, and if for the ones who don't have mics, I'll answer text questions as well.
Okay.
Oh, it is on. Okay, Craig is on. Okay.
Okay, how do I... Yeah, I'm going to invite Tabitha.
Tabitha?
This is Peachy Bunny.
Pachuni Buddy.
Who's
Tabitha?
Tabitha. Oh, Peachy will be after Tabitha.
Hello, it's Tabitha.
Hi, Tabitha.
Tabitha, hello.
It's good to see you. Good to see you again.
Good to see you. So I've had a question. What's your favorite cake flavor?
My favorite cake flavor. It's hard because I'm not like the biggest cake fan. I'm not super obsessed with it, but I think that cheap birthday cake mix that they have at like the store, it's just called birthday cake or something, has all these sprinkles in it. I like that one pretty good.
Yes, actually, I respect that because if they take that mix and just turn it into a cookie, like that's
same. Like delicious. I've had that. I've had the ice cream version of birthday cake. It's good stuff.
By the way,
right, my fridge and freezer are just full of like desserts.
Oh, what is your favorite cake flavor then?
Honestly, it has to be chocolate.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. For me, it has to be like if it's too dark chocolate, then I'm not going to be a fan of it. But otherwise,
whoa! I felt the racism in there.
Thank you for your time, Tabitha.
He just doesn't. He doesn't like the devil's food cake.
You got to take it out of context.
All right. By the way, Perry, I noticed how you said like I'm not obsessed with cake. Like I think it's okay. You don't have to be obsessed with cake flavor to have a favorite at that point. Like that's
I know, but
you're wrong, Lars.
No, but I actually lean more towards not being a fan.
Okay,
so that's why I mentioned it. Same with ice cream. I'm actually not, like it's like slightly to the side of not particularly into it. Like I'm not gonna go out and look for cake. If it's at a party, sure. Otherwise, I'm not really buying it.
All
yeah.
Right.
What about pie? You like pie?
Oh yeah, I do like pie.
Okay.
apple pie, fresh apple pie, good stuff.
Yeah.
Did Tabitha have something else, or did she?
No. We
off?
Disconnected her right when the racism started.
Okay.
Hey, Peachone buddy.
Yeah,
Peachone buddy.
we kicked her out.
Hi, Peachy.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi. How's it going? Good to
It's
see
going
you.
good. Just cutting stickers. Good to see you too.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, Peachy actually has like an online shop, and she makes like stickers, and she does commissions for art and stuff. So if you're interested, check her out.
Nice.
Thank you for the shout out.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
clicking on her link.
All right, bye-bye.
now.
Kicking. Okay, I'm kidding.
I was gonna ask, what is the most annoying movie trope to y'all?
The most annoying movie
Oh,
trope.
Yeah.
I
have an answer for this, by the way.
because there's multiple.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
you go
Lars,
first, Lars, because I have mine, but I'll.
Okay.
Lars writes every TV tropes article.
Yeah, okay, so, I'm familiar with the website. So, okay, my least favorite trope is the following, okay? It's usually the woman, but it could be the guy in the situation, comes into the room and is like, I can't believe you've done this! And then the other person says, wait, I can explain. And then they're like, no, we're through, and then they just leave. And
yeah, you want that discussion.
that's
to happen.
every Hallmark movie ever
guys,
made.
just like,
I can't believe you've done this.
yeah, I have an idea for like an SNL skit where it's like, what happens is like the guy's like, no, wait, I can explain,
SNL
and
skit.
she's like, okay, and he's like, oh wait, oh really? Yeah, that was my cousin, not a woman I'm seeing, and then like they go get pizza, and it's like a nice like.
And then the movie ends.
Like, I'm glad we resolved our conflict. I don't know. But yeah.
What's your least favorite trope, Perry? Go ahead.
So my trope, this is kind of a unique one. I don't even know if it fits into trope or not, but like I was just talking about this with someone the other day. So the thing is, like, I watch a lot of rated R movies. It's my favorite type of stuff, like violence and guns. I love that kind of stuff. People wouldn't think so considering the wholesome content I create, but I just watch that pretty much for the most part. And this thing that happens in a lot of these like shooter movies and stuff, it really, really bothers me. It's just a pet peeve of mine, but there's two things in particular in these types of movies that really annoy the hell out of me. First thing is, I don't know if you can mention drugs in this podcast, or if it's like, is that going to get...
Oh yeah,
okay,
drugs are cool. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah.
I mentioned meth earlier.
He wanted to bring up Breaking Bad.
Yeah, I forgot. But yeah, so like this thing happens where they'll have a character, they'll have a zoom in, and then they'll show the character like doing a line of coke, and then he'll be all like, oh, like, getting the high from it. And I'm just like, we get it. They're doing coke. We get it. I've seen this kind of thing so many times where they do like a full on like 20-second focus on the character doing the line, sniffing it up, and it's like it's as if it's supposed to be this shocking scene where we're like, oh God, he did coke. He just did coke. Like we get it. They're gangster. Like this isn't that weird. And like I'd rather them just be holding a bag of yayo or something, or somewhere in the background. Like it doesn't have to be this focused shot every time. And another,
oh my gosh, guys, he's doing drugs.
It's like
he's doing drugs.
It's not that big of a deal.
Sorry, I missed that I was doing a line of coke.
And the other one is similar in the sense that this happens a lot where they'll have a character, maybe he's in danger, maybe he's about to go deal with somebody, maybe kill somebody, but he'll walk outside the door or something, and he'll lift the back of his shirt and put it and show that he has a Glock, or he has like a pistol under his pants or whatever.
Oh
and I'm
my
like,
gosh,
I've seen this scene so many fucking times. It's like, come on. I've seen this so many times that it's like they're acting like we're gonna be shocked. Like, oh, guys, he has a gun in his back pocket under his shirt. Like, that's crazy. No, I've seen this so many times that it's just old. But that's just like a personal pet peeve. I don't even know if that's a trope.
Well,
but what if the
no that is kind of a trope, because they're always just like, oh, we gotta show that he's armed with the strap.
Yeah,
quick,
like I'd
jam it in his ass crack and have it stick out of his pants.
Yeah, so I'm saying it's like I'm okay with that being there, but I don't want a 20-second scene focusing on that, like showing the viewers like, look, guys, he's putting the gun right there in that cool spot to show that he has a gun, and like it's like I've seen it so many times, I'm just bored of it.
By the way, speaking of armed to the strap, TJ, do you have an answer to this question?
What do you mean? Oh, the trope.
Yeah.
Question. I was thinking about it. But I'm still drawing a blank. I know there's like very specific things that annoy me, but I'm blanking out.
I have an answer.
Yeah, can you stall so I can think about it?
Okay. So my least favorite trope when it comes to TV shows and movies, and this is something you see so often, especially in TV shows, where something tragic happens that is completely out of the character's control, and they just blame themselves, and they turn into like a self-pity party shithead.
Yeah.
And they're just like, no, I could have changed this, or no, I could have saved them. and then they just completely alienate themselves from every other person they enjoy and love, and they end up suffering from it because then those people are just like looking for them, and they usually end up getting captured or hurt because the person is just like, no, I could have saved this person. Now they're dead. Now I'm just gonna go off and be by myself, and then their loved ones get attacked.
I mean,
their relationships are destroyed because this guy's being a shithead because like I don't know, like someone bombed a bridge and he like didn't save all the cars falling off the bridge or something.
Oh
yeah, they take it too personally.
Yeah, it's like in Schindler's List when he's like, "Oh, I could have saved more Jews." Yeah. Well, that's very real though in some situations.
I was gonna say, isn't that a bit rooted in reality where people do blame themselves?
Yeah, that's pretty normal.
No, but like, hold on. Like, I don't care. I'm tired of seeing it. Okay. Like,
so if a real guy went through a tragedy that he couldn't help, but he has survivor's guilt or something,
this is a movie trope.
Shit on him?
Movie trope I do not appreciate.
This isn't survivor's guilt though. This is like they're mad that they thought that they had the power to stop it. Like,
you're saying you're mad because they never had the opportunity in the first place. So why are they blaming themselves?
Yeah, like why
they're so self-centered.
Why should
like,
they have tried to stop like Kristallnacht and stuff like that? Yeah, exactly. Tristan, it's okay for people to
stop my family from dying in the car accident.
Yeah, like it's okay for people to be upset. Like,
I'm fine with people being upset, but this is different. They're just like, oh my gosh, I could have stopped 9/11. There's no possible way they could have.
I hate it when people experience grief. I have no empathy or emotion.
Okay,
I'm a psychopath.
No, it's impossible. They're just like, I'm so full of myself that I could have stopped one of the most horrible atrocities from happening on this earth. And then it happens, and they're like, shit, I'm going to be like a sad sack of shit now and be a dick to my family and loved ones for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Trust would be like, what I would do is I would build a time machine and go back and prevent it from happening.
Yeah, Tristan's just like a stalwart wall of like nothingness. He's just like, I don't feel guilt for a single thing, and if anyone else ever does, just screw them. Enough with people's emotions.
No. Okay, you know what, Lars? The person's just like, I feel so sad. I could have stopped it. Like, no, you couldn't have stopped Jesus' crucifixion because it happened thousands of years ago.
Unless he had a time machine.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
A hot tub time machine, Tristan. A hot tub time machine.
Yeah, that's an idea for a sequel to a third hot tub time machine movie where the three
Jesus 2 Electric Boogaloo. See?
Yeah. Straight out of Nazareth.
You know what? No.
Yeah, Straight out of Nazareth.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's make this movie.
Peachy Bunny says she hates live action remakes.
Me too, man.
And honestly, I agree.
That's a better answer than Tristan gave. Yeah, sure.
Hold on. Like with the live action remakes though, the Dumbo live action remake was actually kind of good because they did a good job with the casting.
But Tristan, like, just think about every other live action remake ever in comparison.
Listen, all I'm saying is Danny DeVito in the Dumbo movie. Yeah,
but that's Danny.
101 Dalmatians back in the 90s wasn't that bad, like the live action.
Yeah, I liked the live action ones. Those were good. In the early 2000s, Peter Pan remake was good.
Yeah, all these new like Disney ones that keep getting pumped out like every 3 months. I'm not.
They're doing it. They're doing it too much. Yeah. Is the problem?
Or at all.
I will say though, the Jungle Book live action remake was great.
That was one of the early ones, actually. One of the first ones that they started doing.
It was like in 2017. Yeah, no, that movie was.
There were parts of that I enjoyed. I don't know if I liked all of it, but there were parts of it that I remember, and I was like, okay, that was not.
Listen, all I'm saying is, if Scarlett Johansson was a giant anaconda constricting me.
Mm-hmm.
Did anyone ever see the Popeye movie from the late?
Yeah, I did see that Popeye movie. That one was
the Popeye movie from it was like from like 1980, and it had Robin Williams in it.
Yeah, that was good.
Wait, aren't they remaking Titanic into a live action movie?
No, they better not, because like.
Guys, we need to watch the sequel to the Titanic.
There actually
isn't that one of those Asylum movies?
No, guys, there actually is a Titanic too. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
Yeah, let's watch it.
It's one of those Asylum movies, the Titanic too.
It's like one of those direct-to-DVD kind of things.
There are animated versions of Titanic I've heard of. There's like 2 animated versions that are like just sort of like Disney ripoff.
Disney just do that. That'll be funny.
They're Disney ripoffs of the ripoffs of Disney.
Disney should start
an actual Disney one.
Disney should start doing it the other way around, where they start making like non-live action remakes of everything. Whereas like they go back to their animation roots.
Should.
Yeah,
that's a really good idea.
Mm-hmm. Like the Passion of the Christ or something into like an animated like slaughter film or something.
I would watch that. No, a solid Passion of the Christ like animated. I would watch that.
Yeah.
You have to take a live action Disney movie like Flubber and then turn that into an animation.
Okay.
Hello, Clef, Drunk with Power. Did you have a question?
The Lizzie McGuire movie.
Actually.
Oh, good to hear.
Yeah, so in your most recent video, you ranked Mario movies you could beat in a fight.
Yes, I actually forgot that one 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, and my question is kind of based off of that, and it's which Mario movie character would you go out with on a date?
Who would I go out with on a date in the Mario movie?
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it. It's like
Donkey Kong.
It would have. I mean, I love Bowser. I'm not gay, so I won't say Bowser. But if I was, Bowser 100%. But like me, actually, it would probably just have to be Peach. Like I don't really see any other options. Like who else is there?
Peach.
Can we expand it to just Mario? Any Mario character,
Mario
like
the literal
like
woman?
Rosalina or Daisy.
Like,
well, if we're talking about the princesses, I like Rosalina the best. I like her vibe. I like her fit. She's cool.
Rosalina has the emo swoop with her hair that kind of like takes me back.
She's cool. I like Rosalina.
What about Pauline?
Ooh,
Pauline's cool, but she's not my type.
What about Wii Fit Trainer?
Okay. Wii Fit Trainer, I could go.
Oh,
what about Ultimate now?
What about Wendy Koopa?
What about Wario?
Okay, no.
Wario?
Okay, Wario.
Birdo.
I'll think about.
What about like Princess
Birdo.
Wario? What's like Wario's Princess Peach equivalent is?
They were actually going to do that, but then they decided not to.
God.
They were going to do it for Mario Tennis.
Because I think they were realizing like people could only get so erect, so it's like they wanted to. Like,
all right, guys. I think it's time to wrap up.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Was there any last question, or was that it?
Yeah.
Because then we can do the wrap up.
Yeah.
All right, then.
I have a last question.
Okay.
Perry, if that is your real name.
Mm-hmm.
If people were listening to this episode and they heard your dulcet tones and they were looking to find out more about you and they wanted to check out your stuff, how can they do that?
Like promo, basically?
Yeah.
Like this is when I plug?
Yeah, plug.
Okay, yeah, so if you guys don't already follow me on YouTube or whatever, you can check out my YouTube channel, which is what I do for the most. Like I have an Instagram and a Discord, but YouTube is what I do, and that is my YouTube channel, MVPerry. I have other channels like MVPerry Fandoms or MVPerry Hangout. MVPerry Hangout, I just react to stuff. But if you just want to follow me on a more personal level, you can follow my Instagram, which is _MVPerry_. If you just search up MVPerry, you should find it. And my Discord server, there are links to my server in the description of my videos. If you want to join that, there's about 40K people there, and it's really crazy. But we do all sorts of fun events like karaoke night and giveaways for things. I'm going to do a Nintendo Switch probably giveaway tomorrow. So yeah, that'll be really fun.
Nice.
And that's pretty much it. Thank you for having me on the podcast. It's been great.
Thank you for coming. And Tiege, if people wanted to listen to your music, what's the best way they can do that?
I'm on SoundCloud, and I'm just under the name I usually use, which is Tiege, Tiege.
Okay. Hey, so, Treston. Treston.
Sorry, I nodded off. I'm
okay.
tired.
Preston.
Treston, if people have been impressed with your performance this episode, and they wanted to check out your many new videos of content coming out, shut the fuck up, TJ. Shut the fuck up. Okay, so, all right. So,
Zestin.
Treston, if people wanted to check out some of the new content coming out that includes videos with me and yourself, what's the best way to do that?
YouTube.com/Spaghetto. Tune in for some fiery content full of sauce and extra swears. From here.
And how do you spell Spaghetto?
That was very funny, Lars.
I didn't kick you.
It is just the word spaghetti, but with an O on the end instead of an I. It's the singular form of spaghetti, which is spaghetto, a spaghetto noodle.
And if you wanted to tune into new episodes of the podcast, just do what you're doing, man. You're already here listening. If you're listening to the cut down version on YouTube or.
So Perry, in this current socioeconomic status, how do you feel about the new coming of racial slurs?
I'm going to go ahead and mute Treston. I'm going to actually advertise our podcast.
So what you do is you go to the grocery store, you go to the soup aisle, you get a can.
Okay, guys, if you're listening to the podcast now and you want to hear more episodes, you're already in the right place. Just keep going. Just go listen to other episodes of the show. They feature Spaghetto, myself, and TJ, as well as other guests, other creators. If you're into the whole watching YouTube thing, you've probably heard some of the other guests that we've had on the show. So just go look through the list of episodes, pick a guest that you're familiar with, and start there. You really can't go wrong. T1podcast.com if you want to find us on other platforms. And that's going to do it. We had Tristan take us out. I think, TJ, you should take us away.
Somewhere. Up, and away.
Perry, when are we going on a date?
It's fine to stop recording now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm ending this. Okay.
TJ,
I was asked to end it. I'm one that's gonna end it. So, bye.
Bye.
That was awful, TJ. That was just, yeah. You want to try again, bud?
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, this is the first podcast over and out.
All right, that's passable. Okay.
Assable.